Hello, Professor Westbucket. I want to talk about Paradise Lost, which is a non-fictional article on long form, and its main point is about the campfire that happened last November, and its impact on the town Paradise, but also how it happened and why are the wildfires in western U.S. becoming more and more intense. So first of all, here's the author, Cal Dickman. He is also a firefighter, so this context and background of the author really impacts the interpretive lens of the whole story. Um, as we can see in the first and two storyline, the main characters involved are both firefighters. So we can see that there might be a bias here, but I wouldn't see that as a problem, and I don't think it will impact the truthfulness of the story, even though it may alter the storylines and may have a different view from me as a citizen of San Francisco impacted by the smog of the campfire. But here it goes, and it talks about the first-hand experiences of this firefighter Bailey, and it uses kind of the show technique and emphasizing on the realistic details and conversation of this firefighter. And as it goes on, it goes to the second part, which is providing some context and some condition about the campfire and how it actually came about. So I feel like the author is using this kind of interesting organization by using show in the storyline and tell in the evidence and reasoning part, and combining these two to persuade me even further. And I think he succeeded. So this is a really interesting technique he used to enhance the creative nonfiction. And at the second storyline, he introduced some realistic details. Here I highlighted the timestamps, some truck models, and some measurements of flames and geographical names. I feel like these details really enhance the nonfiction part of creative nonfiction and really add the truthfulness to the whole story. And after that, it goes on and talks about how the campfire happened. And this is really, it's really resonated with my personal knowledge of wildfires. And because of my prior experience with NNS assignments about wildfire, and also my participation in the public forum about climate change and wildfire, these knowledge and the evidence provided in this articles are in line. And for me, I feel like I might have the bias of a priming effect because my prior experience might assume everything in this article is true. So I feel like the way I mitigate that is by actually looking at every evidence it proposed in this article and actually seeing if that's true or not and see the reference of it. And I felt that really enhances the truthfulness of the story, because after that I felt that the story is true because everything is in line with my thoughts and actually there's evidence backing it. And here, after that, I want to talk about the style and diction of this piece of work, and it uses a lot of show techniques like the simile, which really enhances the literary language, and also some realistic details, conversation here, but also sentence structure, which I find it really interesting because it uses a juxtaposition of sentences to enhance the severity of each wildfires here. At the end, I really like how it uses the connotations of headed out to paradise to like show the story is not the end, but it's exiting paradise, the town itself, but also paradise itself. So in conclusion, after reading this article and combining with my personal research uh, within some articles from New York Times and also a governmental website called National Interagency of Fire, and also some research on scholarly articles, I felt that in the end, these contexts really helped me to prove that this story is actually true. And the emotional ties it has really of the creative nonfiction really makes it stands out, and I feel like that is a really good way to express the campfire and how severe the fire actually is. So I feel like this author done a good job of, through the show don't tell technique, and in the end, it's a really great article to read through. Thank you.